like not like because girl, I ain't touched the thing in a minute. I mean, obviously be checking, but the girlies is yearning.
Yeah.
We got more subs. I tried to send you that in a voice note, but they didn't see him. But we've surpassed 100 now. We're at 100 plus subs.
For what? YouTube?
Mhm.
Oh, look at this.
I know.
Look at
I know. The girlies are entering the chats.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We on our way.
No, we legitimately are. So, yeah, that just sounds so much better. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Anyways, hi.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, yeah, we had technical difficulties. It's okay. We are here.
We are here.
Um,
Indeed, we are.
we are here. I'm so glad to have made it to March because February was a lot. I
It was actually.
feel like
Yes.
we
Oh,
didn't even
yes.
pod for real.
No, basically not.
How
Basically,
anti-black is that?
or maybe it's pro because we rest. Well, we actually,
Amen. We
but
didn't.
no, I was just gonna say actually it wasn't for rest. It's been the most turned up month all.
Struggle.
The
Every-
struggle.
everything that could happen is happening, y'all.
Literally.
But the Lord is good. I said, no, it's so bad. I said, I need to go back to church.
Lord, she do not. Lord, don't. Lord, blot that out of her record, Lord. Lord, she don't mean it. What she mean to say, Lord,
I'm going to church on Sunday. I said I gotta go to church.
No, you know what's crazy? I mean, I already went, so I'm a chill. But Sunday, I lost my car. Don't ask how. I found it like 3 hours later. But no, I'm not even joking. But in the process of it, it was, mind you, it was.
You extracted a revelation.
No, seriously. I was standing there, like, no. The point is, the story is irrelevant. The point is though, it was Sunday and I was just so flustered. I had on leggings, some tennis shoes with no socks.
That's so uncomfortable.
I don't even think I had on a bra, on a t-shirt, and like a little coat. Anyway, and I went to church exactly like that because I had planned on going to church that day, but then by the time I got my car, it was late. I was flustered. I was angry. I was hungry. And I said, I'm pressing my way but I say that because I get you. I was so mad. Like they was like, oh, the parking garage didn't open until 12 p.m. How does the parking garage close? If my car is here, like you gonna steal my car anyway. So, and I was just bad. That was when I found it because I thought it was in 2 others. So I had to go to 2 other ones. Okay. Again, the point is I did so much yelling and screaming and cursing and other things and was a little mean to the guard lady, which I was just so angry. So yeah. So I was like, I need to press my way because the Lord has needed of me.
I'm going to a Presbyterian church. So, because we be talking about that, and I was like, we're gonna see. It's a black man. I don't know what school he went to, but it's a black man. They call him the very, very the very Reverend somebody, but it's an Episcopal church. That's an Episcopal church.
Oh, Episcopalian. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's all pro, all the things. So I'm gonna go.
Okay, so you like it?
No, I'm going to.
Oh, you're going. Okay.
I'll report back next week.
Okay, yes, so please tell us. We're gonna church. Also, y'all, we're gonna see who watches for real, for real. I've been really wanting Morgan to do like a day in the life kind of thing, and she's done really good. I do. So if y'all want to see her go to church, it could just be a small snippet.
That would be cute.
That would be cute. So if y'all want to see her go to church,
that would be so cute.
Or her journey, like in church, like maybe she'll show a little, like, okay, yeah, the sermon, let's see, and then little moments like that. Let us know. Yeah, if y'all want to see Morgan's journey in church, because I think I would love to see something like that. Let us know.
Okay, y'all. Y'all don't even gotta say it. I'll try.
I think that's cool. My journey, like to and to New G's. I don't know, whatever. Just cutesy little something. That's gonna be fun. I'd love to watch that.
Yeah. Okay. Now you have to go to church. But yeah.
And it's some motivation to do it.
Okay, y'all. The problem is I would really like a black woman preacher.
Yes.
That has been at divinity school and is pro all the things. Pro all the good things.
Girl said a unicorn in the night.
A unicorn in Ohio.
Yeah.
In Ohio. So
that's fair.
See.
That's fair.
But yeah. What are you navigating?
Well, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
well, because also, guys, I'm just poking fun, of course, guys, but y'all should know how we talk to each other. Morgan, is a divinity grad, and she lives in Ohio. And sometimes when the Lord puts things on our heart,
Not my heart though.
sometimes when the Lord compels us with a desire, mm,
Oh,
I'm just saying. But you said, what am I navigating? So anyway, I call you forth, Moses. Okay.
okay, prophecy, prophesy.
Out of the wilderness of Ohio. Tuscaloosa. No, that's Oklahoma. I said Tuscaloosa. No, that's Mississippi. Girl, what am I talking about? Okay.
What?
I said Tuscaloosa. That's Mississippi, right?
Tuscaloosa, Alabama?
Alabama. Oh,
Alabama. Tuscaloosa. Yeah.
okay. Pivot. The Lord hadeth needeth of you. Nevertheless, what am I navigating? It's been a minute since we've done our pod. I usually have something in the tuck, but I haven't. So no, I am I mean, I'm in the full swing of semester right now.
Mhm.
Girl, they're trying to get me to join student council and stuff. I said, listen, I'm a busy girl, but I also kind of really like the idea of being in a space and being in the space,
Yes.
right? Versus just existing in it. So that's cute. We'll see. But nevertheless, yeah, I mean, so yeah, I'm full swing of the semester. Nothing special is happening right now. I mean, I almost feel guilty for being so gleeful right now, things considered that's happening in the world, considering we are at I don't know what
Mm,
that lets us say, so I'll just leave that alone, but actually, no, whatever. We're at war. We're going to war unintentionally and,
mm.
well, intentional on our country's part, but meaning we didn't have anything to do with it as people.
What?
But anyway, so that really burdens me and all the mothers, like the mothers of those 34 girls who got bombed in Iran, that they bombed a school in Iran. Um, poor little girls lost their lives just like that, and we just be chilling over here in the West. God help us and mercy on us. So anyway, I guess I'm navigating that in a serious on a serious tip, and then semester being in full swing. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I I didn't know none of this because I'm not on the internet right now, and I get all
Yeah,
my news from TikTok.
sorry to tell you. Sorry to tell you.
Yeah, somebody informed me the other day though. And I was like, "Thank you for keeping me in the loop because I know nothing." But I was listening to a sermon the other day, and I was like thinking about that. Like, we just be over here, nothing's happening to us.
Yeah.
And also heard some news from someone in my village that they're sick in a way that is like devastating. Um, and while I'm thinking about how it's affecting me, I'm like, girl, are you not processing that this is truly affecting her? Um, and I have been caught up in myself and my own prayers a lot lately. And kind of feeling guilty about that today because I was
Mhm.
like, only thinking about how things are affecting me. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
I hear that.
It's tough. It's tough stuff, but that's all we can do, honestly. And also last thing, and I told let's hear from you what you're navigating. We didn't vote for that man.
We did not.
And the only thing I'll say that in like in the most serious, y'all, we ready. We listening to his people. We're listening. We're
Mhm,
we're waiting. Not that
mhm.
it'll help anything. Not that y'all are gonna like I keep trying to find like the most merciful, not whatever, but we're listening. It's old. Regardless of what it'll do, it's old. OWED, to be clear.
Right.
We're waiting. We're sitting bated breaths waiting to hear from you.
Yeah.
Humility, just a little bit of humility.
We'll hear from 'em when their son go to war. Yeah.
Lord have mercy. What are you navigating, my dear sister?
Lord, hear our prayers.
Mhm.
Um, what am I navigating? I am honestly, like I said, everything's happening that could happen is happening, but I'm also just wondering, like, how are people surviving capitalism? Um, because at this point, I'm like, is Yeah, just using credit cards. If that is the thing, let me know because I'm like, the
Here
math
you
is
go.
not
Yes,
mathing.
they are. Uh-huh.
I
The
literally
credit reports all show it like that. Trust me. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. Yes.
I'm like, are we not trying to get out of credit card debt? Are we not trying to live
No, they're not.
below our means? like,
Sorry to burst it. No.
like, what are we doing? Because I'm really sad about the fact that I have to go without a lot on some things I really want, like
Yeah.
the extras. And I'm just like, but y'all got extras.
Carry the 1, take away 3.
Where's the money falling from? Yeah. So
1
my
financial, like, to bring up
right.
pure, like,
FDIC. Oh,
somewhere random, random. Yeah.
I did. My credit cards keep increasing. Credit
Take
card
her
limit. So I see, like, I'm doing it. I'm supposed to be doing it the right way, and then my credit cards, I'm paying off the stuff, and the stuff keeps growing.
I was just gonna say, 'cause I be spending like crazy on mine, and they keep increasing mine too, so I so I don't know. I be like, "Why are y'all doing this to me? Stop it, please, please. I'm just a wee girl. I don't have discipline."
Yeah. So that's what that's my question of the day is how are y'all surviving that capitalism? I literally was like, I'm about to start selling feet pics for real this time. Like, it's not a
It's
joke.
giving.
Like,
It's giving.
it's
It's giving.
it's something has to give,
It's giving.
and um, it might be that. Um,
Can I ask a question?
sure.
I could, as a mom, I'm serious because, like, does that make it more difficult in terms of spending and money and, like, the need of money? Like, I know you need to feed her, but I'm just saying, and otherwise,
I will say she's actually probably not the most expensive thing in my life.
Okay.
like,
Okay.
um, at all. I think well, I'm sad because I want a wedding and I want engagement parties and I want all the things
Oh, yeah,
from my
yeah, yeah.
engagement.
Yeah.
Um, but I am thinking about her future, and I'm like, I don't want her to. I didn't grow up with a lot, and I don't want her to have to go without. Um, like I want her to have swimming lessons or gymnastics or something, and that is really expensive. And I
Mhm.
also just see how um poverty just takes from people, and
Mhm. Mhm.
um, are we considered poor? No. But um, I don't know where people get money from.
I get
But
I get
also, I'm like, if the methodology is we're just going into credit card debt for for our children to have the things we actually want for them and the things we want, just let me know. Like, I probably still won't do it, but at least I'll feel like, oh shoot, I understand what's happening, and I don't feel too bad. But um, yeah, she's not the most expensive thing.
Okay. No, that's
like,
helpful. That's helpful to
yeah.
know. That's helpful to know. I wanted
Okay.
to find the thing that he was quoting the other day about credit card usage right now. Is like it's that's how you know we be like burgeon that they were saying that the signs of a burgeoning recession burgeoning is when credit card usage is like at all-time high. Like yeah, yeah. And that which
Yeah.
is why prime firms are like crazy right now. But yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
Yes. Here I go.
I think as an adult, I'm feeling the things like,
Yeah. That's what it sounds
and
like too. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm just kind of like, wow, like I understand a lot more
Mhm.
now.
Yep.
Um, obviously perspective as you get older, but I'm just like, my
Mhm.
lord, what is happening
Mhm.
right now? Like, I cannot be the only one struggling like this. But
Mhm.
um, and I think it's yeah, it's the extra. Like it's the extra. Like I don't think like you should have to go without. But also, we live in a capitalistic society. We live in a society of like fronting. We live in a um, what is it? Joneses. We live in that society.
Yep.
So we are the simple is not always um
Most prudent. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
being
Mhm.
prudent is not always like the most in style thing.
Yeah.
Um and I think that's also why I get so caught up in like posting on social media because I'm like I'm not I have my skincare routine. I have my routine in life. like and it's not aesthetic. It's not
Yeah.
I'm not going into debt for the aesthetically pretty things like all that stuff. Um and I'm not And at the same time, while I have made choices to make sure that I am financially stable, trying to get out of credit card debt, trying to make sure that I have a house that I own, trying to make future decisions, right? And now
Mhm.
in the present, I'm not unaffected by the world we live in.
Yeah,
And
of course.
um also just wanting some of the things that the world has for us. I mean, that not the world has for us. Some of the
Yeah,
things that I
okay.
see, I'm like, I want that. I want to experience things. I want to
Yeah,
travel. I want that. And also at the same time, realizing like that's actually to travel multiple times in a year, to go to multiple um
the luxury.
experiences constantly. Like that's not necessarily normal, or at least wasn't for me in my life growing up. But it's also just like if we were to all take a step back and not live on credit cards or not live beyond our means, it wouldn't be possible for a lot of people.
Nobody would be doing it.
Yeah. So,
Yes,
like, trying to
literally
keep that in
nobody.
perspective as well.
Yep. Literally nobody. Like, that's a great point. Nobody would be doing the things. Nobody's relative, but, yeah,
Yeah.
largely all of the people that you see in mass that do it, that would significantly decrease if we weren't all living off of credit and check to check and just getting by, doing enough to and you know what? I will say I just don't make as much judgments about people as I used to. I used to be a lot much more hard on that. I don't make as many judgments because I mean, sometimes you just do just be like, "No, let's make better choices." But then, like, truly, with everything that's going on in the world, child, do what is best for you to get by. I mean, be prepared to deal with whatever implications that come with
Mhm.
that. So, like, if you blow money on trips and stuff, I hope that it does bring you the gratification, perhaps maybe when those bills come that you can't afford or whatever. Like, or if an emergency happens and your life now has imploded, I hope that you are prepared enough to deal with the implications of that. And also, though, I ain't got not listen, I ain't judging your way of coping. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
no more, especially not right now.
That's
Especially
a
not
lot
while we're waiting
happening.
on that from them people.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just never gonna let that go.
Literally, okay, part of that conversation is the reason like I found out about this is all full circle. The reason I found out about this bombing was because I was talking to Abby and I was like, y'all, I said I almost shopped at Target. And because I was like, forget it. If I'm gonna buy something on the credit, I'm gonna buy something for my house. So I was like looking for this bench that I want for storage or whatever, because I'm tired of looking at toys everywhere. So I found it on Target for 272. Everywhere else, it was 380. I must have clicked on it too many times because it went to 380. And I was like, oh, it must have been a glitch. But anyway,
Mhm.
I was like, Abby, I almost bought the bench. I was about to buy it. She's like, girl, who cares? They just bombed the country. I said, excuse me? Like that's and I was like, she was like, nothing is happening right now. What difference do it make? And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that we bombed the
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
So
That is a sentiment to have. I was kind of falling into that this weekend. I didn't fall all the way. Somebody pulled me out, but
yeah,
yeah, I was like, "Man, forget this, bruh."
yeah,
Like, oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. But for the sake of the like, truly, for the sake of the what's been helping me in that and not to get hopeless is because, like, every generation has theirs, and
hmm
what if they say, "Ooh, you know what? Like, we just don't if we care to be good world citizens, global citizens, and global also means future people too. If we care about that, and then we can take it to our faith since we both are Christians. If we care about what our original OG calling on this planet is, which is to care about one another, expand this planet, love the planet, all the things, then we just don't have the luxury to be like, "Oh, whatever."
yeah,
As much as I'd
yeah.
like to.
And if you subscribe to Black feminism, not necessarily white feminism, you can subscribe to Black feminism. I was
Yep.
doing a little research for work this week, and Black feminists are humanist, and we care about the
Yes.
oppression of all the
Yeah.
people around
Yeah.
the world.
Yep.
Um, so it's not something that we can. Um, yeah, I think that's actually. I was like, what do we say to this right now? And thank you for that. It's not something we can
Mhm.
close our eyes to in any
Right.
capacity of whatever. If you are subscribed to the Jesus I serve, if you subscribe to
Right,
the
not white evangelicals, like, let's go ahead no, 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 thank you.
that's
Let's go
real.
ahead and start saying that because clearly I'm in seminary and everything around me is always like, why you get so turned up on this? But yeah, I'll finish that. I'm just saying, every time we do that, I don't mind us. Oh, let's make it. If you subscribe to the Jesus that I subscribe to and not the white evangelical one, continue.
Yeah. And the feminism that I subscribe to, the black
Yeah.
one, like we have a call, a ethic, um a positionality where we are called to stand up for the least of these.
Yes. Yeah.
Um while also trying to fight our own fight. And recognizing that all our fights are
Yeah.
intertwined with each
Yeah.
other.
Yep. 100%. 100%. And the way I always think about it too, final thought on that is like, imagine the day they killed King or even Malcolm or Huey. Imagine the day. Heck, or even if you go like history, I mean, well, he's a bad example, but I'm just saying, like, imagine the day where the most catastrophic thing that we learn about now in history books happened
Mhm.
and the feeling that they felt,
Yeah.
right? Bruh, yeah, the evil will always be among us. And Job talks about it. A person's day is numbered and full of trouble. A gender change. Um,
Thanks, Job. Thanks, Job.
True. And so, but in the same book though, come on, just it talks about how God holds Pilates in the palm of his hand. They say God looks at Pilates like this, which is a universe. You just be like, or God is just also we're working on gendered. We're working on gender how we're gendering. I'm not kidding. I'm in the thick of it. Year 3, baby. But so I'm like, so she's teaching us how to like be intentional about it. And you gotta move around different things because try not to say he. It's time. Stop. Okay, you're gonna
Come
get
on. When I say Dr. Baum was like, you got to cut that out when you get to Vanderbilt. I was like, what? Yeah. Come on.
So every time I even do it, I'm saying the little slide one off, I'm done. I mean, it is gonna be one off because I'm never, but like I'm so intentional about it. And so yeah, you might have to make long routes in your speeches and your sentences. Find another way to describe her.
Not God is a woman.
I'm just like
We
it's
just lost
not
50
nobody.
subscribers.
It's a thing.
It's a yeah. Wink, wink, wink. We know the girls who get it, get it.
But yeah, so yeah, that's my hope.
I have thoughts. Even that's the patriarchy. Patriarchy. It's God is never mind. Wink, wink. The girls who get it.
Oh, that you got in the skin.
Yeah.
Feel like the danger. Wait, wait. I was trying to do "God Is a Woman" song. I sang the wrong one. Anyway, sorry. Okay.
I was like, is that Olivia Dean?
No, that's Ariana Grande. But you believe God is a woman. I sang her song, but I sang the wrong one. Girl, get me out of here. Okay, what we talking about?
What are we talking about today? Here on the What's on the Agenda podcast, we give space for the nuance. We want to talk through social issues that impact Black women, socially, politically, financially, and all the illies. So, what's in the agenda? Have y'all seen the America's Next Top Model documentary? Because I was waiting on it at the front door.
I've been waiting on you at the door. If you're a newbie, you don't remember that. If you don't chronically be online, you won't remember. Yes, child. Yes,
I have my
child.
reminder set on the Netflix. Okay, how we gonna talk about this? Because who child? That was what were your you grew up watching America's Next Top Model? Okay.
Did I? I started
You
in
did?
season 2. like my commitment, I got on board season 2. So I was on at the beginning, basically.
I don't even remember what season I started at. I definitely remember Takara. And when they were like going through some of the girls, I was like, I do remember these girls, and I completely forgot about them. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
You know what's funny? Because I remember season 2 because some of my faves, let's start like cutesy. Some of my faves, Camille from
Mm-hmm.
season 2, Mercedes, the lupus, the girl with had the lupus, loved her
Mm-hmm.
now. Yeah, Camille and Mercedes. And you know what's so funny? Now that I'm looking at it, like they were like 2 like mildly brown, light skinned girls who just, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I wonder why I liked them so much. But I used to just think they were like everything. But it's probably just because I was some little tech head, light skinned brown girl too. So I just like, oh, similarity. Which so basic. But anyway, yeah, Camille and but they didn't highlight either of them. Like I didn't really see them in the things. Although I will say I like Joanna. She ended up winning that cycle. I like Joanna. Joanna was cute. She
Mhm.
was a vibe. Her pictures were sickening. She was a great model.
Oh, yeah. I
So
hold
yeah.
on. Yaya was on no.
No.
I'm
Yaya.
finna say no, she's
No,
not on,
Yaya was season 4, I think.
yeah. Okay. I loved her.
Yeah, Yaya was
Sorry.
cute. No, you fine because I think the one where Yaya was on, I think, was with Kenya. Girl, look at us knowing all the black girls. So on brand. We're so on brand. Um, yeah, but anyway, okay, yeah, so yeah, that was when I hopped on board. How about you? You said you don't remember though.
Even I don't, but, like, even thinking about, like, Yaya, like, it never clicks to me, like, I'm like, "Oh, she's from Next Top Model," but it never clicks to me, like, that's where I know that's where I know her from, but I'm like, don't realize how big America's Next Top Model was, like, I just know,
Crazy.
like, I watched her growing up, like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
She's a good actor. She was on what show was she on? The Resident.
Yeah.
Something
Oh,
like
okay,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And what's interesting? Oh, I love The Resident. That was such a good show, yeah, and I hate they canceled it. Ugh. Anyway, what's interesting is, even Marcel.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, it's easy to forget her being on there too, or her
Yeah.
having gotten her fame from there rather. Um, but yeah, all the good things. Shout out to that time, that era. And I will say this because we're about to get into the thing. So let me just say this preemptively. For the moment that for the moment that it was and the things that it gave in that moment when we weren't as versed. And when I say
Mhm.
we, I mean the broader collective, because obviously there's always been women in the background doing the work to
Right.
dismantle, to decry, to shut down. Because I hate when we be like, "Oh, we didn't know we didn't have language." No, 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 no.
Yeah.
The masses didn't have language. Maybe the girlies
Right.
have always been in the corners doing the work. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
So for the moment that it was, while the masses didn't have the knowledge,
Mhm.
it was the thing. And that's okay for us to I remember even, like, being in this time talking about it and stuff, it's just every time I talk about it, even right now, it gives me nostalgic feelings.
Mhm.
And it did provide something, um beautiful with an asterisk, for
Mhm.
sure, but beautiful for what it was at the time, for the basic knowledge that we had or whatever. As a little girl, watching that and, like, being in love with all the girly, quote, unquote, "girly things," traditional girly things, it was fun for me. It really was fun. I loved seeing Black girls in a beautiful light. Like I said, because
Mhm.
I remember Camille and Mercedes and Kenya, and I loved all of that. Takara, like, that was a vibe at a time where that wasn't a thing. And so, yeah, I'm glad that we have broader language now, and I hate it, but the truth is we do learn from our mistakes. The reason we have even more language around it now and can have broader conversations is because Tyra flubbered in the way that she did, and that whole show
Mhm.
kinda messed up in the way that it did. Like, we learn from the errors of our past, and we continue to keep broadening our perspective. So, anyway, Imma stop there because that's getting into my critique. How about you? Any, like,
Yeah.
reflections, good things or whatever?
I think good things is I think it shaped us for the best, for the good, even though it might have been bad at the time. It shaped us. Like I think it did build some kind of confidence in a lot of girls. Like
Yeah.
I remember my cousin, like after seeing Takara, was like, "I'm about to be a model," and she like went out to
Mhm.
modeling agencies and everything. Like, so I think it gave, even though we know the sizes of plus size is not really plus size like in the real world, but like it gave us like something to aspire to, something to look forward to, like
Yep.
dress up. Like it was like watching dress up, like
Yes,
playing
yes.
pretend.
Peak
Like
girlhood. Yeah.
yeah. So
Mhm.
I think it was good for showing us what we could be, even
Mhm.
though in reality, no, we can't be like thinking
Mhm.
about and looking back and
Mhm.
watching the documentary. It's like no. But I think it gave us some girls some hope to like be pretty, to smile, to be all the things. So I mean, I for what it was, I like the
Yeah,
I love the
no, this is
show.
it, and I don't think it has like, I think our nostalgic feelings don't have to be qualified, like, this was part of our experience in
Right, right.
girlhood. And so because of that, just in essence of what it was, it created elements of joy. And I think that's okay.
Yeah,
And from that joy, we are now a little bit more, lot more evolved and like astute. And so we can have a critical conversation around it without us having to deny the peak girlhood feelings and nostalgia
yeah.
and giddiness that we got from it. And also, period, I don't care what y'all say, that black woman, that big black woman, I know big is relative, but big for that industry, Tyra Banks, doing that. And other thing I will say here that we must keep in mind is, yeah, was her like, oh, I'm big and fat and it don't matter because love all bodies? Was it performative? Largely, yes. But if we're being honest, let's track through history. The bulk of all things that were like quote unquote good were performative first, right? Like
Mhm.
any industry you go in where people like talking good game,
Yep.
it's performative first before we actually like, okay, well now we're holding your feet to the fire and we need to see the proof, right? But like, girl, it was performative, and so she ushered us into it with her words, and now we're actually hopefully putting the action to the words. But I loved Tyra Child. I don't care what nobody say, and I'm about to say a lot of it too. So let's be clear. But before I say it, I loved Tyra, and that's okay because as a tall, bigger black girl that I was, what on the team,
Mhm.
I played volleyball and all the things. Even just like, growing up, I've always been bigger, like softball build, whatever.
Yeah,
In a world full of whatever versus Serena, that's always been me. And so to see Tyra Banks flourishing like that, that did things for me. And and that says nothing about what the critiques that are well deserved right now. Like two things can coexist. Period.
yeah,
Done.
yeah. I was gonna say that you was like everything's performative first. I think there's a term called pink flagging where it's like it was basically a company or something would pretend like they were like pro LGBTQ before
Yeah.
they actually were or something like that.
Yeah. Mhm.
So just calling out that you was like everything's performative, and I was like, actually, yeah, until people would catch
Yeah.
on,
I'm glad you
and
said that. Yeah.
I think like this all came about because people were rewatching this in COVID, and it's like, girl, this is trash. What happened? Like, why was this ever made? But it's like that's the blessing of it being made is that y'all didn't have to grow up watching that.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the like these were the shows, these were the because like you were saying, there was somebody writing about this. There was somebody researching this at the time that it was coming out. I can only
Yeah.
imagine like the academic
For
papers
sure.
that probably have like
For
come
sure.
were created in this time, but also in that time where like TV shows on MTV where it was I don't even know what the show was, but it was like you basically like lost weight during the summer and went to school like a whole new person. Like they hated fat people at that point. So it's like I'm sure there was somebody also writing about all this happening, like, but in hindsight, it's like it's very much easier to critique it looking back on The Biggest Loser, looking back on how Tyra talked about weight and how the show talked about weight. And I'm not gonna say just Tyra, how they talked about race. It's easier to look back and see like, oh, that's really problematic, and be able to have a voice to it because more social media is here now, so we can talk about things easier and have more robust conversations about it
Yeah.
faster than how fast the
Yep.
internet was moving in 2000 whatever when
Mhm.
this was
Mhm.
created. So the blessing of it is that it was created, it was critiqued, and that's how we get the movements of Samira talking about this is fat phobia, that's fat phobia. We have to analyze it, and if it wasn't ever created, we probably wouldn't be analyzing it.
I was going to say all of that, and I'm not even going to expound because I wanted to say that, and I'm glad that you finished with that because that's exactly it. It's just
Yeah,
social media thing, y'all. Like, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
and I think also because it was so because there was lack of social media, like it there was more to be created. There was more room to create stuff within a bubble than the next week somebody critiquing your stuff and it's like now you cancel. So they
Hmm.
create, and there was nobody critiquing them as fast as they could create. So it
Hmm.
was it's a product
No,
of
you're right. You're right.
time.
You talk about an echo chamber. Like
Yeah,
they were largely networks and stuff, largely unchecked. Who was going to check them?
yeah,
The people who
yeah.
can't get to them, the people who trying to beg for meetings via email or via snail mail.
Hmm.
The landscape. And actually, this is a pivot a bit, but it applies. I've been thinking a lot lately about courage. Random, I know, but
Hmm.
I've been thinking a lot about actually kind of from this conversation, from the ANTM doc, the severe deficit that most humans, deficit in courage that most humans have, has been truly astonishing me. And I say that because like it'd be so easy for all of us, me included, all of us to make critiques and judge people's decisions, good, bad, or indifferent, without doing a full assessment of just how much groupthink and going with the grain and wanting
Mhm.
to be liked and accepted and be agreeable is the commonplace behavior of all spaces of
Yeah.
existence. Workspaces, churches, homes, families, even. You know how hard it is? Like, it almost, oh, it gets me so passionate. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. That's why. But you know how hard it is to be like, no, I'm
Right,
not
right.
standing for this. Girl, shut the fuck. And don't shut up, let me be clear, but, like, how fr you know why all the stuff that's happening with the in the rings now, the celebrities, people be thinking like, "Well," no, the reason why people often don't believe in conspiracy theories, the people that I've heard question them is just because, like, "No, because somebody at some point would've stopped it." I don't think y'all understand humans. No, actually, no. I believe them mostly because most people are cowardly. No judgment.
Yeah.
No judgment. I'm not even like, we could make judgments, but go ahead, go ahead.
Mhm.
Please tell me your thoughts.
No, I was just gonna say, and it's also out of survival. Like we watched the
Yes.
documentary, and these are poor black and white girls, like who probably had never been told they pretty, who probably had never had money flashed in front of them. You watch the Jeffrey Epstein documentary. They go across the river to the poor side of the city and get the girls who could accept $200 from a billionaire. Don't know how to ask for more money. Don't realize that they're being taken advantage of. Like this is all. How are you surviving capitalism by any means necessary? Like this is what this is. So yes, it's hard to stand. And speaking of like putting it more perspective, like when you have how do you we have literal people trying to survive. Like they're trying to make it. They're trying to be the one that makes they're trying to be the one to bring my mama out the hood. Like that type of stuff. Like so it's also like it's hard to go against the grain when they hold your paycheck
Whoop. When
and you have nobody else to lean on.
wait, it's hard to go against the grain when that grain is I eat that's the grain
Yeah.
that I eat. That's the grain on my plate. That, and also because let me like, we're not caping for a millionaire. Tyra Banks is a
Uh-huh.
millionaire. But I don't care what nobody said. And I'm still standing on it. I said it the first night I watched it, I'm still standing on it. That's a black woman. That's what you wanted, a black woman. Should she have? Yes. Am I excusing her behaviors and absolving her of bad behaviors? No. And we're going to continue to flesh this out more. But I just, since we're on this tip, I may as well say it now. Buck up against a major network.
The last one she had, the last opportunity.
Wasn't even her first choice. Okay. Major network. The funders and investors, because oh baby, you best believe that the money
Hmm.
was raking in, and we think, oh, pharmaceutical companies are advertising, oil companies are advertising on TV now, baby. If you think, okay, anyway, network, investors, um, producers and stuff who'd long been in the industry before she had ever, because Tyra wasn't a writer, she was just a model who had a good idea, right?
Right.
So basically the status quo of what TV was, imagine this, if they left that stuff on TV and allowed that stuff to happen in TV and go on in TV, imagine what she would have been up against, and then trying to come in and say, hey, wait a second, guys. Again, should she have? Of course. I get all that. And I'm just objectively trying to paint the picture. Oh, not only all the network and the status quo, she would have also had to buck up against the American appetite. Are we
Right.
why do you think Real World and Fear Factor and all those things were popular in the first place? Because our appetites were remedial and no shade, remedial and disgusting. Like we like Jerry Springer was a famous show.
Right.
What are we
Right.
about? Like, I'm just saying, so like that tabloid culture, people would literally stalk celebrities and
Right.
take Britney Spears shaved her head. Like, I don't think we understand. And we always talking about not we, but like the culture. I mean, patriarchy, and now we have a healthy understanding of it. this was at the time where the patriarchy was completely, it always runs rampant, but completely in control. No guardrails, no checkpoints, whatever. I'm rambling.
Mhm.
And this is what we wanted, this big black woman, and I'm using big, um, um, um,
To perspective on who
yes,
she's
get
not
your
a petite,
perspective. Yeah.
um, cutesy girl. She's
Yes, yes. A
sh
baddie big girl, period.
right. When you said she's just a black girl, but idea, like, and you putting it in perspective of like she had to go through all these people, blah blah blah, like not blah 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 to your thought, but she had to
Yeah,
go
no,
through
no, you got,
all
yeah.
these people.
Uh-huh.
Um, you basically you're gonna her idea was to show the background of the
Mhm.
modeling industry, but you're going to do what I paid for, and that's it. Like, and what was the other thing I wrote down?
I love it.
Mm,
I need to get that.
I can't read my handwriting. Okay, hold on.
Mhm.
Oh, she was also traumatized in her own right. So you can actively see it coming out when she's like screaming at the black girl, right? Like she's traumatized
And she
in
said
her
that
own
too.
experience, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
she don't have she don't have like, and she wasn't that far removed from her modeling either. So it's not like she's in her 40s or 50s now, um, rehashing this out and she's starting this show.
Right. She's
She's
still a
coming
young woman fleshing off
right,
her, yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, that's
She's
good, that's
coming
good,
off
that's
the
good.
backside of I just retired and I want to do something, right?
Oh, I love you.
And
That's
think
good,
about
I
who
didn't
we
think
are
about
right
that.
now in our
Yeah.
20s, in our 30s, and who we're going to be in our 40s and our 50s. Like, we might laugh at ourselves for what we are about to create right now versus like what we about to create in our 40s and 50s.
Oh, that's so good, I love good conversation. I'm so lame, but this was good. I haven't heard that from nobody, and I've been watching a lot of the things, but I haven't heard that one.
Hmm.
That's so good, though. This, especially as a 31-year-old right now, I know exactly what you're saying. I think that's why it struck me so much because am I worlds different from 20 somethings, Raven? Yes. But
Hmm.
also where I am now is I really am. That's why I've been thinking about courage. I'm fleshing out my morality in real time. Like, what are my convictions? What's driving my perspective? And I'm framing it as questions because I'm genuinely in the question place right now. I'm not in the
Right,
place where I,
right,
because it's some stuff that I'm doing even now and I'm caught up in. I'm like, I would, in my 20s, I would have been like, never would I do that. And now I'm like, girl,
right.
well, well, listen.
You
So
gotta
that's
do
a
what
good,
you gotta do. Feed pigs, okay?
so that's a
Like,
good one. She was, but okay. So on that note, to build off of that, she was still fleshing herself out as a woman, now a young budding professional woman who had never, who, because everybody yapping. You tell me, black girl, have you been? Have you? No, not you either. No, not you either. Oh, well,
right.
she was full trailblazing, what we talked about last episode. But anyway,
Trailblazers.
the other part to that is, man, that really moves me. Ooh. But the other part to that is,
Oh, the trailblazer is gonna get all the heat of it. Like, go ahead. That moves you.
no, that's perfect. You wanted her to do all that, transform the industry. This is a black woman who had good intention. This really sounds like I'm caping for her, and I'm really not, but whatever. Let's take her out of and just think of the archetype. You go
Nuance,
in with
nuance.
good intention.
Mhm.
You say, but then you recognize that you'll have to make some compromises and some sacrifices because you're a small fish. You're not even a fish. You're a tadpole in a big, not even a pond. You're in the behemoth ocean of all oceans. You're in the Nile. Okay, that's a river. Still, you're in the behemoth of the waters with the Epstein class. The what's the man who
Mhm.
got Weinstein, the one man who got locked up, one Harvey, like we
Mhm.
hear the stories now, like, man, that was happening. That's where she was. That's where she was
Right.
at.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm so glad you said that.
because we love critiquing it. No, 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 no. That I'm not kidding. I'm so deep, but that black
No.
woman was in the Harvey Weinstein era of TV, trying to say that she wanted to give black fat girls a chance. Get, and I can't believe her. Calm down, Raymond. Calm
No,
down.
I was literally about to
Yeah.
say this is the Me Too movement happening right now. And you have little girl, I'm not gonna say little girls, young teenagers, older teenagers, young adult women. And one of the prevention strategies of sexual assault is resources. If you don't have money, you're gonna automatically get swept, not automatically, you're more likely to get swept up into doing a little something strange for a piece of change. And what is that? You're gonna get caught up in trafficking.
Uh huh. Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
you're like, if you don't have the money, the resources, the ability, the network, et cetera, to be able to call your own shots, to be able to have the courage to stand up for the thing you want, it's easy. It's going to be easier for you to cower under the pressure, cower under the. And
100%.
even with Tyra being the one standing up, et cetera, in
From the
this
hood,
era,
from the hood,
right,
from the
right,
hood.
exactly. And so you
Mhm.
don't have, she doesn't still have the same ability to move the way she wants to move. So it's a whole um I don't know what I'm trying to say, but all of
No,
them are
yeah, yeah.
all without the resource, the network that they need to make the shots and call the shots that they want. Now, in conversation with that, we have it's just popped in my head.
Very
The
good.
what's the dude's name who just made the documentary about Tyler Perry?
Oh, FD signifier.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have a person who has literally pulled him. The whole argument, or part of the argument that FD Signifier is making, is that you have somebody who is now pulling himself out of the industry, out of the machine, and he's making trash. And it's like, you have the ability to not work within the machine, that a lot of people don't have the ability, and you still make it trash. These people do not have the ability to not work with the major networks. They don't have the ability to not work. Now maybe they may have
Right, right,
more
right, right.
leverage,
But
etc.
the time we're
But at
talking
the
about.
time,
Yeah.
we are
Mhm.
all working within this machine, that we have to be able to play the role, we play the cards we're dealt, play what we're supposed to do right now. Like he was explaining, like um Sinners, what's his name? Ryan,
Mhm. Oh, cool. Good.
Selma, Ava DuVernay. They all had to make a particular type of movie to appeal to white audiences before they got into. So even now, like, even now, you still have to play the game. So even so, back then it was uh even more less so, to
Yeah.
be able to just be able to do the thing you have to do for a little bit, and then be able to do your own thing. Like, she didn't have no leverage.
Zero. I started this off saying I'm not caping for a millionaire. I'm caping for her. Actually, I don't care. We just convinced me again. Not the millionaire version of her, but I just because I know like that is every black woman's trek. I'm sorry. Maybe
Hmm.
not. And I want to be clear. I'm not saying that will you make the compromise morally to keep
Hmm.
compromising so much that you forget where you even are and what was the purpose of you doing all of this for? Will you be the person to do it? Maybe not. Maybe you're the angel in this scenario who's the morally superior. Maybe you are.
Right.
And I actually don't say that facetiously. I hope that you are. I hope that I could be. But I just know what it is to be the trailblazer, to be the first, to be, well, I don't know this part as much, but to be swallowed into a demonic, we could call a spade, a demonic industry by
Right.
every metric. And and still having your little on your little soapbox saying, but I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna do the right thing. How hard and how scary that is. And then not only that, how, and this is where we can just acknowledge her failures and her shortcomings and her choices, even. We can acknowledge that,
Right.
and all encompassing, immersive. You tried, you sunk, and you noticed yourself sinking. So you was like, let's swim. And what does it mean to swim with sharks? That means you
Right.
got to be ruthless. You got to be gutter. You got to be evil a little bit. But in your mind, because it happens gradually and
Mhm.
incrementally, you don't reckon with like, dang, I'm really changing into something that I don't want to be. Or to the extent that you do reckon with it, like doing goofy stuff like she was having them girls doing the competition and all of that, because you're addicted to the growth. You're addicted to the numbers, to the responses. You're seeing it growing. You're seeing the funding coming in. So now you've gained an addiction such that you've forgotten and you've completely turned yourself off. You didn't even mean to. You didn't even mean to, but you've now desensitized yourself completely to the implications to your choices. But you've done that and you've allowed yourself to be more desensitized because you've been in the water with sharks trying to be a baby guppy, trying to be nice for so long. That's
Mhm.
think back to Beyonce when she said in her doc when she was like basically, I forgot. In essence, she just was like, that kindness stuff didn't get me nowhere. Being nice to all my workers, hey, hurry up. That don't work. You're in a
Right.
you're in a den of thieves. So she had to morph into it in order to survive it. And then it,
Mhm.
that's why, what does it profit a person to gain the whole world? Lose your soul. Because now you 50 and you reckoning with like, yeah, I wanted to be the best. I want to be the best because I had to swim with the sharks. But maybe the answer is, and this generation didn't know that. Maybe the answer is you always said all the time, we just need to build our own stuff because that's not. No, actually, it's just not worth it. Or maybe, right? Like, and that's the question that we're asking now. But 35-year-old Black woman who just out the hood trying to kill it and trying to be the first of her kind, that wasn't in the zeitgeist. And I need us to understand that. Okay, sorry.
I was also just like her, like she's not immune. I think that's the word I've been searching for this whole
Yeah,
time.
that is
She's
it.
not immune for she's not immune from the ego. She's not immune to capitalism. She's not immune for the patriarchy. Like,
Mhm.
and we are seeing
That's
as I get
good,
older
Margaret.
and older, the more like we are, I can't stress it enough. We all trying to survive the capitalism, patriarchy. We all trying to survive these isms and navigate it the best way we know how. And
Yeah,
sometimes we do have to concede to the pressures of and the systems that are influencing our lives. Like
100%.
literally
100%.
just
What?
I was
What?
just talking to a friend and we was I said I'm about to start selling feet pics and she was talking about her mama and she was like, you had your you had what you wanted when you were younger, right? And I was like, you're right, because as I'm older, as 20 something year old Morgan would have never said nothing like this that's about to come out of my mouth. If you got a vagina, ain't no reason you should be broke. But as a 33, almost 35-year-old woman, I don't know. You just gotta sometimes concede. Sometimes, like we're not immune. Some you gotta eat. And the other thing is this. I was listening to somebody. She works at a hospital for this like pacemaker heart thing. To help people live longer with heart failure. And these doctors were like, they need to get on the heart. They need to get these machines, blah blah. And the patients are pretty much not compliant. And she's like, I wish they would understand that sometimes living longer in struggle is not what people want. People don't want to live in the struggle. Like, and it might be hard for people to grasp, but people don't want to be broke. People don't want to be poor. People don't want to be struggling and with powerless and all the things. Like we want what we see people have. And sometimes you just have to like concede to that and be like, yeah, and I'm probably gonna do something to make that happen. And I think we watching that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just know because I love how you button it. And I'm probably gonna do something to make that happen. Just to let you know.
Listen, I
Like
keep
it or
y'all
love
see
it,
me.
it's gonna change.
Y'all see I'm behind my name on TikTok, UGC creator. I have conceded to the capitalism.
Zwada, 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 zwada. Listen,
You see that?
now,
It's one step closer to feet pics, okay? It might be happening
and
simultaneously.
I'm a scroll and be like,
What she selling? Okay.
that's a nice, oh, that's a pretty blue. That's a nice, this the blue I want. To my dear. This the blue. This the- No, but seriously, no. Virgo, need we say more? I mean, yeah, like I think honestly, that was the perfect button up. Like we just need to have a full. Well, actually, no, no. The last thing you said was good. She's not immune
Yeah,
to um to the desires of capitalism and just the whims of our culture and what it pushes us towards. She's not immune to that. And the reason why you are in a position to judge her to this level and to this degree is because she's catapulted herself to a level that puts her at a place to be judged. And what
hmm,
I'm just trying to say is, and which, so to be clear, so yeah, it makes her fair game. Fair. Okay, whatever. But all I'm trying to say is then if that does make her self fair game, then make a healthy assessment of the entirety of what it took for her to catapult herself to that level.
right.
And then ask yourself, do you have the capacity and the competency and what it takes and the discipline and the strength and the courage to do the work that it takes to become the world's number one supermodel among them anyway, to bogard an industry that hates you because she talks so much about the racism she experienced and all of that, fat phobia, all of that. And then to bogart that even more and go into an industry, a television industry that is quite literally demonic, and then to bogart all of that, like a TV show, like I just need y'all to make your judgments with all of that in mind. And I'm not saying so that should diminish your critiques, but it should inform you and also, but not even just inform you about her, inform you about yourself and about human nature.
Mhm.
I just don't I just don't see it for and then another thing on the on less substance and just more tea. Y'all not finna be on this "We the best, she was the worst" tour. I'm not
Yeah.
having it. I it's not happening. Not on on my watch. I
Yeah.
saw them on the Sherry Shepherd show and in the various places. Like, yeah, she ain't cause, she ain't this, she just horrible. We were just trying to get out and she's just terrible.
Right.
King of Reed, shout out to King of Reeds. I saw his video. He was like, he said, Jay Manuel especially, you was in Saint when he was like, "Oh, I was trying to get out. I was trying to get out. I was on vacation in St. Lucia when I got the email that I had to, that I was when I sent her the email. No, when I was told that I was fired. Um, you was trying to get out, but then you stayed on for 8 more seasons or however long, and then you got the email that you're fired, and now it's like, it was the worst place ever, and she was horrible, and we just were the we victims in the situation. Leave it to the big bad black woman to be no, not on my watch. Not on my watch. Not on my watch because y'all was cool with the cool. This is what King Aries was saying. Y'all was cool with it until it was no longer cool with you. And then now it
Right.
becomes the big bad wolf, and she's the big bad wolf. Minus all of the people that was behind it, like I said, the investors, the produce, all of that. She's the big bad wolf. Y'all are the wee little sheep that was trying to run from her horrible whims, and now y'all are just wee and weak, and she just was so mean and don't call us and don't be nice to us. Not buying it. Not buying it. No,
Mhm.
no. So that's my I don't know. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
mine.
No, I bought it, so
I did too until I watched King to Read. I did too. I did too. I did too.
I bought it. Yeah, I don't even know if I have anything else to say about that, but I did buy it. I was
I
when you
did
was
too. I did
talking,
too. I did too.
yeah, and we were talking about um she was Bogart her way. I was like, Tyra was just simply asking, "Wanna be on top?" She was making it happen.
Ooh, na, 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 na. Ooh, na, na,
Wanna be on top.
ooh, na, 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 na. Girl, I used to love that little song. Yeah, I bought it too.
Yeah.
King of Reed shut me down though. I literally bought it until yesterday or 2 days ago when I watched this video. I was like, "You right." And then when I saw that, but the other part is too, even before I watched this video, seriously, what did it for me, I watched them on Sherry Shepherd and like they I'm uncomfortable with that. 3 men sitting on a panel with a pygmy.
Mm-mm.
God bless Sherry Shepherd,
Mhm.
but talking about yeah, and then when she asked him, she was like, "So she ain't called you?" And Miss J's about, and then everybody laughing at this black woman expense that employed y'all, that made y'all or however. No, no,
Yeah.
nope, sign me out. I'm out. Never,
Mm.
never. And she was the number one person that made all the yeses and the nos in the show. Really, in 2003,
Right.
she was
Right.
the final stop for things. That's what you want me to believe. And Harvey Weinstein was doing all the things he was doing and got arrested in 18,
Mhm.
and he was flourishing for 40 years. And she was this. I don't be next lie.
Yeah.
Not that one. Not that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she did say something to that point of like I hope like she was saying I hope that they don't think it was me. It was a me choice. Like and also with that, when she's talking about like the network was like basically anybody can go, including you.
Uh huh.
Like, what that's a line in the movie. Even you.
Even you, Loki.
Oh, Cat Williams. Everything must go.
I don't remember it, but yes.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to buy that, and I'm supposed to be mad at this black woman who trouble. Ca- Do all of y'all equally get smoke? Yes, because y'all didn't have the courage to stand up. Yes, but or to walk away, and even that. Okay, if and you can add whatever you want. This truly this is all I got now. Y'all wanted them to no, we're walking away. This is too far. They had the number one show, all the things, whatever. We can all the accolades that it had gotten. Maybe they should have. I'm not saying they should have, but
Mhm.
objectively, just hear what I'm saying. Yeah, I wanted Tyra Banks from the hood. Where's she from? Philly? Can we find out where she's from? Like,
Let's see.
where's she from? Let's see where she's from. Let's really paint the picture. Where's our girl from? Hey, Water fam. Thank you so much for listening to our pod each week.
As we're continuing to grow, we would love if you would give us a 5-star review on whatever platform you are listening to us on.
And make sure you're subscribed on all the platforms you listen to us on.
And comment on our page. We would love to shout you out.
Now, enjoy the rest of the pod.
Inglewood, California. I had a feeling it was California.
Inglewood, you mean where bullets fly, niggas die? You mean that? God bless them, in and out, wherever, whatever's famous there. So yeah, I wanted this hood black girl who had been like all the things, dangly look, whatever, who'd gone through racism, who'd gone through all these negative experiences, but still pushing and pushing and fighting and fighting and fighting to become somebody and to be seen and to fulfill that calling that I'm sure she felt within herself. Because you don't become famous and not have a desire to be seen and to make changes and all the things. You wanted this black girl from the hood who I'm sure was largely taking care of everybody in her life and her orbit, didn't have a dad around. I know that a little bit about her story. Her mom did all this sacrifice because I think her mom was like, if I remember her story correctly, her mom, like basically the classic black mama story. I made all the sacrifice. I cleaned floors so my baby can get to all of that. You wanted her to get up there and then be like, this is too far. I know that it's taken me 15, 20 years and this is the culmination of my career and I've really finally made it and all the things. But it's no longer looking the way that I needed to or the way that I originally saw it. Network executive, producers of all sorts, investors and billionaires of all sorts, cut the cameras. We're done. I know that that's going to unemploy everybody around us. I know that that's going to, all the people that work on my show, the camera people, I know that all of these things will be in the balance now. And I'll have to figure out something else in terms of how I'll take care of my poor family who come from Inglewood, where bullets die and niggas but I can't anymore. Cut the dun. like in 2003 or whenever, get out of here.
And even the producers that they were interviewing, I appreciate them taking some of the ownership. Like, yeah, that was a really bad call on our part. Like, we should not have made that episode. And that I created that. I thought of that, and I created the episode. And I said we was doing it. Like, so yeah, I appreciate that part. Yeah, I stand on survival.
It's our water position.
And she's retired in Australia right now.
Andy is making hot ice cream. I have the nerve to say, I want my legacy. She literally said, I want my legacy to be this. I was like, hot ice cream, Ty? That's weird. Okay. But yeah, so just saying. Yeah. Girls gonna fire me, but I don't care. Y'all can take y'all black girl critique elsewhere.
We moving into auntie land. That's all.
We are.
Do what you gotta do, sis. I am not. As long as you can sleep at night.
Because the other part to that is when black women sleep peacefully at night, other people also do too.
Amen.
Historically speaking, numerically speaking, statistically speaking, if a black woman is sleeping easy, if she's sleeping hard, people still sleeping at night. Look at that's the other thing. No matter how the quality of the black woman's life is, if she's alive, other people are doing well. Right. So sleep easy. Sleep easy. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts about ANTM?
No, I think I have all the things. I said, I said all my things. I do want to rewatch it, but I didn't know it was like 11 seasons. I didn't know it was like, I thought it ended. I probably just stopped watching it, but I did not know it was that many seasons.
Yeah. No, and also it went on way too long. Again, just more on like just a regular girl. Yeah, it started getting hecka cheesy and boring. I stopped watching very early in, but still.
And they were trying. It was the 2000s. They were trying.
They were trying their hardest. But girl, let it go. Let it go. She's the London edition, the Sudanese edition. Girl, next. Yeah, next. Yeah.
Wait till the girls get a hold of all the MTV shows. Like, wait till that happens. Where are those at? Let's rewatch that and get on somebody else.
Are they hosted by white people?
Right. So you saw the girl on the internet, the two little girls who are twins who had bubbles and breasts in their hair. And I'm being informed by way of people of what's on happened on the internet. But Abby was like, "This is so irritating. Like, they are little girls. They're in the 5th grade. Like, what is
Literally.
wrong with them having some babas and barrettes?" And I'm reading the comments, and I'm just like, y'all, the way we really the parasocial, the way we just jump into people's lives and make complete
Yes.
judgment, and you could tell me what to do with my child, and you could tell me how to raise my child, like complete, like it's out of
Mhm.
hand. It's out of hand.
Mhm. It is.
Like
It's too much. Too much.
it's really bad. Like we've
Yeah.
got to stop. And then so I'm thinking, and I'm like, the first thing I'm thinking about is like the adultification of Black girls.
Yeah.
Like little girls cannot be Black girls. Like
100%.
they can be a little Black girls as long as they want to. Everybody's gone to the extreme of like they're being sheltered. You're a controlling mother. You telling them that they can't wear their hair the way they want to wear their hair, and that's where confidence comes from. And she's like, I'm like the lady's literally telling them, no, you're not gonna have weave in your hair because I want you to embrace your thick, curly, thick,
Well, I didn't see
beautiful
that.
hair.
I
Yeah,
didn't see that.
somebody like stitched it and was basically saying like you're contradicting yourself because you're saying that you want your child to be confident and you want them to be young, but you got them listening to rap songs. It was a Christian rap song. You got them listening to rap songs, and this is
Girl.
girl. They all I can see where their future's gonna go. They're gonna be sheltered and they're gonna be sneaking around because you're controlling and everybody. I'm like off one video, like, and then the other thing was Abby had brought up um they're tall girls, like, and their mama might be using that as a protective factor that
Mhm.
the moment they develop into like their full puberty pubescent bodies,
Yeah. Mhm.
um
Or like post
they
puberty. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
they're gonna look like grown women.
Yeah. Yeah. There, because
And
they
and
because
it
they did look really. That, and I think that's why I got backlash, because they looked, when I first saw it. They looked. I was like, that is jarring to see girls that age wearing that.
Mhm.
Until I found out, I was like, oh, they're 11. But yeah, go ahead.
But they also had straight backs in their hair, like feet ends,
Mhm.
like that was a hairstyle, like, and it's
Right.
like the amount of hair they had on their head. I'm
I
not
didn't.
finna.
Oh, I gotta go look. I literally only saw one video. I saw the video where she was responding. She was like, "Do
Yeah,
I let y'all wear da da da?" And then they
yeah.
was like, "Are you mad about shit?" But they was like, "No, whatever." So I didn't really see all the other ones.
Yeah, the original video, you can like they're she's combing their hair, and it's a lot of hair, and it's like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna have that out, like, but also like what protective styles am it was a lot of hair,
yeah,
like she could do some mini twists or something, but that's not the point. The point is, y'all, the way we have voice over people's lives, like it's also making like since I've been off the internet, it's making me really rethink like what I want to post about my own life, not even just like I don't post.
mhm,
Like I don't think I want particular things on the internet about myself because I don't want you to have an opinion on them. And then the way we don't let little girls be little girls, like yeah, it might be weird that they look tall and that they like look older than they are. Developmentally, they're 11. They're
they're
in the 5th
11.
grade.
11. You know how young that is? 11. Yeah, it's a baby. It's a baby.
5th grade.
Hmm.
And I was like, what they want is they want the little girls walking around with them big old baby hairs and braids and all that. And literally scroll down some more. Abby showed me a comment of like some age appropriate hairstyles, big old baby hairs, the basically Fulani braids with the big old hair in the back. And it's like, no.
That's
And if
crazy.
you go to a regular elementary school on a regular 5th grade graduation, you're gonna see somebody with some bubbles and breasts in their hair.
Yes, yes, right. Especially if the little girl was like smaller, or then it wouldn't feel as jarring, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like they don't have to dress their size. They
yeah,
can dress their age. Like
yeah.
we gotta stop growing our little girls up.
No, literally.
And our little boys.
Oh
Those
yeah, yeah,
fictional
yeah,
little
yeah.
boys.
Black children. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, yeah. I love. Hold on, let me switch myself because I feel like I love that you brought that up, because so much of this was just based solely off of how they look.
Mm-hmm.
And that's largely just what we do to Black girls anyway. Oh,
Yeah.
you got hips, or oh, you got a little
Right.
thick. Oh, I guess you can't wear that. What? Like,
Right.
I guess you can't look like that now, based solely off of how you look. Almost kind of like, sorry, I'm not trying to make this comparison, and I'm not saying that this does. I'm not saying that there is a correlation, except for in my brain right now, anecdotally, but I'm still going to say it. Um, They base your ability to be sold based off how you look too. So they try and like polish you up before on the day that they were about to sell.
Yeah. It was really sick, the comments. I'm like, what are we caping for right now? Like, why are we trying to make this mother push their child into an older age or an older aesthetic?
Mhm. Mhm. We make everything about that's where peacocking comes from. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
actually, I am making a little bit of correlation. It's slave stuff. It's that
Yeah.
PTSD, post slave traumatic. Seriously, I'm not trying to be funny, but yeah, no, we again, not correlating the balls and the barrettes thing to slavery, but what I am saying is our inclination to go straight to the look of something and like
Yeah.
judging our people based off of like perceived how we perceive them.
Mhm.
That's peacocking. That's when we were being so like that inclination in our culture just has to die is my point.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't birthed from anything positive. And in terms of the adultification of little girls, I mean, do we even need to say it, y'all? Like the quality of little girls' lives, black girls in particular, are so significantly diminished by our obsession with the way that they look and our obsession with policing them based off of how they look. And to be fair, not even just policing like I know well, I guess what I'm trying to say is a lot of times I recognize that it comes from good intentions in the sense that um it comes from good intentions because we thinking that we're so protective of them and we want to be
Mhm.
as protective as possible, protective of their experiences as people, protecting them from the world and the world treating them a certain way. So we think that changing external stuff about them or just cozying up even more to respectability politic in every element of our lives will help to save them. Again, I really wasn't trying to make these correlations, but the more I'm saying it
I
out
mean,
loud,
that's what it is.
yeah, it's this all racism. This is all works from racism. Let that shit go.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
think like that's what's kind of I couldn't find the words, but I think that's like what's bothering me is that like have we not I thought as a generation we agreed that like we were grown up too fast or like
Yes.
even like people were assuming our age when we were not our age and probably dressing a little too not necessarily me but like dressing a little more provocatively than your age and it's like we got somebody who's just literally trying to let their child dress their age and grow and develop naturally. It's kind of like or slowly. I don't say naturally, slowly. And what's wrong with
Mhm.
that? And I couldn't find the words. So I'm just like, are are we going backwards? What is happening? Like, why are we pushing the girls to grow up?
No. Yeah, I don't think it's a backwards thing at all. What I think it is in so many ways we've evolved and we've acknowledged like racism and, some of the implications of all the things we've gone through in this country. And in so many ways, so many of our patterns are just
Right,
steeped from
pattern.
that
Yep.
that we just haven't
Hmm.
reckoned with all of them, at least
Yeah.
now and collective. It's some things that
Yeah.
we all just kind of agree on and we cool with moving forward from. But you got to think the birthplace of all of our existences, unless you was the one that came on the boat, was
Yeah.
through being treated as subhuman, oppressive tendencies, and us responding and reacting to that. So there were so many practices and thoughts and perspectives that we have about ourselves, about our kids, about raising kids, and all the things that are just steeped in oppressive school of thought.
Hmm.
Like, there's no better way to say it. Like, so yeah, so I guess here, let Woda add one more to the list that we should probably start practicing. Let that stuff go. Let that policing of little black girls' bodies, image, face, hair, let it go. Remember, we had whole conversations about Blue Ivy's hair a few years ago.
Hmm.
Like on the scope of social media history that feels like ages ago, but baby, that was yesterday. We was
Right.
having conversations about a little girl, a little child, a little baby's hair not being kempt. Y'all are psychotic.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's just showing us, oh, you might be a little bit more like your aunties than you thought.
Huh? Huh? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, like let's
That's so weird. That's literally saying like the auntie's telling you like take that off. That you look too grown. Now you're telling her put it on. Like I am lost. I'm confused.
and
Anywho,
also another layer to
yeah,
this so that is really important, and I think and we can actually correlate it to our own stuff. The amount of robots, and I literally mean that word
yeah,
on TikTok specifically, because I exist on all of the platforms, is bad. I told you we got caught on this is a side note, but it applies. We got caught on
mm-hmm.
the racism side of TikTok on a couple of our videos. And so now I've been doing this thing. I'm clicking on every single one. I'm clicking because I'm like, let's see all of them, maybe except for like 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3. I literally mean 2 or 3 actually. All of them have 0 likes, 0 followers, 10 following 10. And then it's like botted like, so I'm just saying, like, the amount of bots that
Wow.
exists is out of I think I might have, like, out of the like, maybe 40 or 50, that's not an exaggeration. So, the amount of they're stirring up trouble on our
Yeah.
yeah, like, and is it foreign driven? Maybe. Is it who's to say? I don't know, but the point is, so we also gotta be mindful of that. Social media is a cesspool on purpose.
Right.
So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was our conversation on the Black girls and America's Next Top Model.
What are you reading? What are you listening to? What are you watching?
If you can't tell by now, we love media, but more specifically, we love using media as a means to cultivate conversations around Black women, the things surrounding us, our personal lives, and we live for a good kiki child. What am I reading or watching or listening to? Well, textbook and more textbook. I'm not reading anything right now. It actually makes me really sad because I don't do well when I'm not recreationally reading. So skip me, go back to you.
I am listening to Fearing the Black Body. As I'm learning more and trying to prepare for Deshaun Harrison's book on they are writing, okay? And I saw it and I'm just like, I gotta
I
be
gotta follow
ready.
them. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I gotta be ready. But I'm also just thinking a lot about bodies and I gotta read the other one, Embracing. I did read some of that one. It's called Embracing something. I let me not do that, but
Mhm.
it's also about bodies, disordered eating, stuff like that. But I'm just as I'm going through my own journey of like learning how to love my body some more, I'm reading that book and also just being in a part of a skinny apocalypse. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna read
yeah,
more.
yeah,
Um and
yeah.
love yeah. So that's what I'm reading.
Love that.
Yeah, and I'm
Love
enjoying
that.
it.
Love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
it
very
was
historical though.
mm.
It's literally a textbook.
That'd be my see, I was just telling somebody that the other day. That'd be my favorite. I hate it, but that's my favorite.
We all the way back in the maybe not the 1600s, but definitely with some queens and Renaissance era and all the things. That might be the 1600s,
Yeah,
but definitely,
I be liking that stuff. I'm so lame, but yeah.
yeah.
No, this is the best time to be more versed in that. So I shout out to you. I wish I could join you on that endeavor, truly. Why does this matter? Yes,
Yeah.
I was like, it's been a long time since we did this. Okay. Yes. Okay. Why does this matter to you, Morgan?
um, it, it matters because I truly am recognizing. I said it many times in this episode. I truly am recognizing how people are surviving and contending with all the things in this world that we have to survive, or even have to navigate or think through, wars and rumors of wars, capitalism, patriarchy, sexism, racism, homophobia, ableism, all the things, and trying to figure out. So I'm recognizing in my old age that people are really trying to survive and watching and I think Tyra is an example of that. Um and even thinking about maybe the little girls who if their mama is trying to make them look younger, is trying to keep their child, maybe protect their child. I'm also very much reading into this. But um I'm just realizing more and more how we are scratching and surviving, trying to figure it out.
I don't want to add anything to that. That's perfect. That's why this
Yeah.
matters to me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I was just gonna say that we are coming up on 1 year, family.
We are.
We are,
We
and
are.
I'm so proud of us.
No, I actually no, Morgan. I am too. We really have a podcast
We
together.
did
Really
it. We did
cool.
it. We did it,
We
Joe.
did it,
We
Joe. We
did
did it.
it.
Oh, shoot, we did it, Joe. We
This is
did it.
this is the longest running creative project I've ever.
No, low key, we're going low key. I think so. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
more because we really no, and baby, we're in the swing of it. We're just getting started.
Yeah.
Period.
We did
Shout out
it.
to us. Shout out to us.
So,
This is our anniversary month. You're right. You're right.
um, also thank y'all for bearing with us for our technical difficulties, our in and out, we are popping back up consistently now, guys. It's just been a lot, but we are back.
We're here. We're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, family, we love you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. Well, y'all been doing good. I'm not gonna lecture today.
I'm not gonna lecture today. You've been on it. You've been on it.
I've been on it. I know y'all gonna be so excited about this because we have been a little MIA a little bit. So it's gonna be good for the girlies who are committed faithfuls. We coming. We coming. She coming. Okay, guys. Bye. Love you.
Bye.